Hola, amigos, Miguel Sam Possible. I'm Miguez. My name is Taffrey16, and welcome to my review for Fastlane 2019. This was a show that reminded me a lot of Survivor Series 2018 in terms of a lot of good wrestling, a lot of weird booking. Of course, the last pay-per-view Elimination Chamber had a shorter card with just two really long matches, and that worked for the crowd and for just people watching it in general. It felt better. Did they follow that formula to Fastlane? Nope, 10 match card, and we started on a pre-show. Surprisingly, only one pre-show match. There's supposed to be two, but you'll see what happened to the second one later on. The first one was New Day of Big E and Xavier Woods versus Rusev and Nakamura. By the way, Kofi did not accompany them to ringside because Kofi was called in Vince's office for something. You'll see what later. As regarding the title match. So New Day and Rusev Nakamura actually had a really good match because they got time, because they were the only pre-show match. They got 13 minutes and 20 seconds to do this, and they're all really good wrestlers, so they put on a really good match. New Day ended up winning. They hit the midnight hour on Rusev, so Nakamura didn't get pinned, I guess. Cool. Fun fact, by the way, last year at Fastlane, New Day were competing against the Usos for tag titles. Usos are still tag team champions. And Rusev and Nakamura were competing against each other in the opener. I believe Nakamura beat him in 11 minutes, so how times have changed, huh? Moving on to the main card of the Usos, just mentioned, faced the Miz and Shane in Miz and Shane's rematch in their last rematch. This was Miz's hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. This match was a little bit longer, 14 minutes and 10 seconds. Again, just like what was the pay-per-view they've had against before? Was it Chamber? Yeah. Just like the Chamber, they had a really good match. Good for them. I'm happy for them. And this was really more about we were wondering who was going to turn and was a turn going to happen. It looked like maybe they could get the tag belts back, and the crowd really wanted to see it, but didn't end up happening. There was a really cool spot, one I've never seen before, where Shane was going to go for the coast-to-coast to Jimmy, who was sitting in the corner, but Miz was laid down in the middle of the ring. And I think it was Jay went up on the turnbuckle, who's going to splash Miz, and went for the splash, but Shane cut him out of midair of the coast-to-coast. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. And I believe Miz ended up taking the pin to a roll-up again. He got rolled up by one of the Usos and lost again. So after the match, Miz looked like, damn, I lost again, knew that was their last chance, went over, hugged his dad, and then Shane jumped him from behind. I popped so hard for it. I was expecting it the whole time, but I popped so hard for it. It was great. Shane got incredible crowd heat because, again, Miz's hometown. He beat up the Miz, actually hit him with some actual punches instead of his shitty punches that he usually throws. Actually grabbed Miz's dad by the face and threw him back. It was great. Great turn, exactly what needed to happen. And he's too good to surprise you at Mania. I mean, nobody thought that Shane versus AJ Styles was going to be any good at Mania 33, but they had an incredible opener. So this could be a surprise. You never know. After that, we had the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Asuka defending against Mandy Rose. They got 6 minutes and 40 seconds. This match was centered mainly around Mandy dominated for a little bit, and then Asuka got rolling, and then Sonya did some weird stuff. Basically, Sonya was looking in the ring and didn't find anything, so she gave up. And later, she was looking in the ring and found a kendo stick and was just kind of holding it. And it looked like she was going to maybe try to hit Asuka or something, I don't know. But she left the apron up, and when Mandy tried to bounce off the rope, she slipped on the apron, and Asuka kicked her fucking lights out. Like, just bam, huge spin kick right in the fucking face. It was really cool looking in slow motion. And Asuka wins. Teasing some tension between Deville and Rose. Will it actually happen? I don't know. I still feel like they're the best candidates to get a title match at Mania. Deville and Rose, that is. Although, after what happened later on, that may not be the case. But I don't know if they're going to break them. We'll see. But Asuka retains. Who the fuck is Asuka facing at Mania? No idea. Might be Lacey Evans, might not. I don't fucking know. Next up, Kofi Kingston came to the ring because he went backstage in Vince's office, and Big E's like, dude, you need to put him in a title match. And Vince is like, okay, it's going to be a triple threat match for WWE title, and that match is happening right fucking now. So Kofi goes to the ring. He's ready for his triple threat match for the title. And turns out, nope, JK lol, you're having a handicap match against the Bar. So, Sheamus and Cesaro beat him up a little bit. Kofi gets some momentum back and then gets beat up some more. New Day try to make the save, but they get jumped by Rusev and Nakamura. And I hope to God that this is not leading to a new League of Nations, because kill me if so. And then the Bar just hit their double white noise on Kofi and beat him in 5 minutes, 15 seconds. It's brilliant, though, because it builds his it builds the crowd wanting for him to win. I still think he'll definitely get the title match and the title at Mania. Next up, Raw Tag Team Championships, the Revival of Dash and Wilder versus Ricochet and Aleister Black and Rude and Gable. This match lasted 10 minutes and 50 seconds, and it was pretty good. They all got their shit in. It was really good. These are all six incredibly talented wrestlers, and all three really good teams. I predicted the finish exactly, that the Revival ended up pinning Gable. It was incredible, though, because Rude was taking out, I think, Black on the outside. So Ricochet dove over the top rope over the turnbuckle and ring post and everything to Rude on the outside. But as he was in midair, Gable tagged him. But then Gable got caught in the Shatter Machine. And the Revival won. Ricochet and Black were pissed after the match was over, though. And they beat up everybody and stood tall. So good for them. They didn't take the pin. They technically had their first main roster match, but a loss, but they didn't take the pin, and they beat up everybody, so it's fine. I thought Rude was going to turn on Gable. We're not doing that yet, but I still hope it happens. After that, we had a fatal four-way for the United States Championship. Don't remember this before, do you? Don't remember this in predictions? Because it wasn't supposed to happen. It was originally on a pre-show, supposed to be Rey Mysterio versus Andrade, but they decided to switch it up and make it a fatal four-way match. Joe versus Andrade, R-Truth, and Rey Mysterio. This match, much like the Raw Tag Team Championship match, got 10 minutes and 50 seconds, and much like the Raw Tag Team Championship match, they did a lot with that 10 minutes and 50 seconds. Incredibly great match. They tore the house down, just like their match on SmackDown. It was really looking like for a second Mysterio was going to win, and I realized that if Rey wins the United States Championship, he's a Grand Slam champion. Hey, that's the only title he hasn't won. And you know how much they love Grand Slams, so I really thought Rey was going to win. Thankfully, Joe retained, and I believe he pinned Mysterio. Yeah, because Carmella and, because Carmella and what's-her-name and Vega got into it on the outside, and Andrade and Truth were distracted, and, I believe, Mysterio got caught in the Coquina Clutch, and Joe retained. So good. I hope Joe faces Cena at Mania, and Joe should keep that belt for a while. Next, we had the Raw Women's Championship, or excuse me, the WWE Women's, there we go, Tag Team Championships. Bayley and Sasha defending against Jax and Tamina. Basically, this was a 7-minute match which consisted of Jax and Tamina beating them up for 6 minutes, and then Sasha hitting a Meteora and Bayley hitting an elbow and then pinning Jax clean. Okay. Okay. Afterwards, Bayley and Sasha got beat up by them, and then Beth Phoenix got in their face. Beth Phoenix was on commentary for the match, got in their face, and actually punched Tamina, and then Beth Phoenix got beat up by Nia and Tamina. Natalya tried to make the save. She got beat up too. And Nia and Tamina, even though they got buried, stood tall, I guess. But it looks like, are we leading to a triple threat match then for the titles at Mania? Bayley and Sasha defending against Beth and Natalya, and then Nia and Tamina. I'm all for Beth Phoenix wrestling again. She was great. Absolutely down for it. And I think this is a pretty good match to put her in. So yeah, I'm down for this 100%. Cool. I have no problem with it whatsoever. Next up, we have a triple threat match for WWE Championship. That's right, I said triple threat match. It is Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali. Vince, earlier, when he told Kofi it was going to be a triple threat, he said it was going to be a triple threat. He didn't necessarily say Kofi was going to be in it, though. And it was Mustafa Ali, which I feel bad for him because they put him in a really bad position because the crowd was going to boo anybody who wasn't Kofi. And they booed him. They booed Mustafa Ali, the ultimate babyface. And I feel so bad for him because this is supposed to be his spot. He was supposed to get the spot at the Chamber anyway, you know. And he deserves this match. He deserves this opportunity. However, the crowd was pissed for the first, third of the match because they wanted Kofi, which is good. Good for Kofi's momentum. But they really want him back, man. Mustafa Ali's fucking incredible. Everything he touches is gold. He's an incredible wrestler. Owens, despite missing 5 months, has not lost a step. He looks great. He's in better shape now, utilizing a babyface moveset, which is weird. But he looks great. He looks great. So it was funny. I really thought it was going to be one of 4 people interfering in this. Who were the candidates? Harper, Sami Zayn, Wyatt, or New Day. Wasn't any of them. Was not any of them. It ended up being just Rowan at ringside. It was the interference. Yeah, just he took Owens out, and then Ali was trying to do like a backflip onto Bryan, and Bryan caught him with a running knee in midair. It was an incredible, best running knee I've ever seen. And Bryan pins Ali clean. I like it because Ali is still early. he can afford to take a clean pin, especially since he got a WWE title match on a fucking pay-per-view, you know? Like, it's fine. He got this match. This match makes it fine, and he looked incredible in the match. It saves Owens as well because he doesn't have to take the pin. So, yep, good all around. Definitely the best match tonight by a good margin. They really won the crowd back there, and I'm really... It's impressive showing by all of them. They're some of the best wrestlers in the world. So obviously this is leading to Bryan Kofi at Mania. Still think Owens maybe faces Zayn. Considering, I'm really happy that the injury did not kill Mustafa Ali's push. I was really worried it would, but considering they put him in this position, obviously it hasn't killed his push, and I did make you think they gotta have some plans for him at Mania, right? And if Joe's not facing Cena, it'll probably be a multi-man match. So Ali might be in that, and to be honest, he could be a good candidate to win that. I really think he could. Next up, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. If Becky wins, she's out of the match at Mania. This went 8 minutes and 45 seconds. Why did it go that long? Basically, here's what happened. Charlotte kicked her ass for 8 minutes, and then Ronda came out and punched Becky in the face, and then Becky won by DQ. That's it. That's literally that's what happened. Becky barely got any offense. She got Charlotte in disarmor once, but that was it. Just Charlotte kicked her ass for 8 minutes, and then Ronda came out, punched her, and Becky's going to Mania. Triple threat. That was fucking pointless, but cool. Good for you, I guess. I don't know. Moving on. Let's just move on to the longest match tonight, and the only match over 20 minutes tonight, clocking in at 24 minutes and 50 seconds. The Shield of Ambrose, Rollins, and Reigns versus the Anti-Shield of Corbin, Lashley, and McIntyre. This actually might have been the best match. I don't know. It's between this and Bryan versus Owens and Ali. I'd still give the slight edge to Bryan, Owens, and Ali. Although this match was very good. That match was very good. I was almost certain that since the Shield match was going on last, that Ambrose was going to turn. It didn't happen, but I was almost certain it was going to happen. Like, damn, it's going on last. Ambrose has got to turn. It didn't, though. It's interesting. They are openly acknowledging now Ambrose's contract situation. The fact that he's leaving smells like a work to me. Even more so now. It smelled like a work from the beginning, but now it even smells like even more so a work, now that they're mentioning it. I'd be shocked if he actually leaves. This match, again, they got a lot of time. Great back and forth. Typical Shield match, man. Rollins did the spot that he did in that Evolution match at Battleground in like 2014, where they were in the crowd and he dove from up on the barrier down to up on the balcony down onto Corbin and or excuse me, it was Lashley and McIntyre, I think. Then Rollins ended up curb stomping Lashley on a table near the end of the match, and they triple powerbomb McIntyre for a table, and then they all hit their finishes on Corbin in the ring and had never triple powerbomb and won clean. I believe Roman got the pin, and then they all had a really good group hug at the end of the match and did the Shield pose, and that was it. Nobody turned heel. Dean didn't turn. They actually ended it with a wholesome note. So, shocked at that. Was really sure Ambrose was going to turn heel, because I don't see a better opponent for Reigns at Mania than Ambrose. Again, unless they want to do Ambrose and Reigns versus Revival for tag titles, maybe. I don't see a better opponent for Roman. So I was surprised. Don't have a problem with it, though. Don't have a problem with it at all. But I was definitely surprised. I don't know. I don't have a problem with it, though. Don't have a problem with it. It was a good, wholesome ending, and it was as it should have been. So yeah, that's it. Decent pay-per-view. Better than a Rumble? Maybe. I don't know. They've both been on the same docket. Chamber blew them both out of the water, though. Chamber's best pay-per-view, main roster that is, pay-per-view of the year so far. Absolutely. No contest. This blew both the Rumble and Fastlane out of the water. I don't know. A lot of weird booking tonight, especially the Becky Charlotte thing. They continue to book terribly. Again, Haley interrupted me, so I couldn't get this out in the predictions video, but the Becky Charlotte thing could end up being one of the most biggest failed feuds of all time if Becky doesn't win the title at Mania. But, like I said before, they booked this feud shitty, but as long as Becky wins the title, who cares? You know? Fuck it. As long as Becky wins the title in the end, then fuck it. You know? It's fine. But overall, again, decent pay-per-view, reminds me of Survivor Series, good booking, or good wrestling, weird booking. I was actually excited about the Shane heel turn again. I think that match could surprise people. Don't know who the fuck Asuka's facing. Maybe Lacey Evans. Kofi will definitely get the WWE title match. Revival will I don't know who they're gonna face. I would maybe the Shield. If not, I would hope it'd be Hawkins and Ryder. What's next for Black and Ricochet? No fucking clue. Joe's still the U.S. champion. What's next for him? No fucking clue. Bailey and Sasha, we got a maybe clear direction on what they're gonna do with them. Excited to see Beth Phoenix back. Bryan, again, probably gonna face Kofi, but Ali looked incredible as did Owens. Lynch and Flair, jumbled, but again, as long as Becky wins the title, it's fine. And Shield didn't turn. Don't know what Ambrose and Reigns are doing, but Rollins is dating Brock Lesnar at Mania, so that should be fun. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for my review of Fastlane 2019. We're actually not late for review this time. How about that? I'll try to be as punctual as this in the future, for sure. But that is going to do it for this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, be sure to like it. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, link to my main channel, Tafford16, my Twitch, where I stream every single day, my Twitter, if you want to follow me, my Patreon, if you want to support me, or the Vimeo, where if you want to see any of the videos on my main channel that were blocked on YouTube, all those are in the description. Also in the description is a link to my schedule where you can see me posting on both my channels every single day. But with that being said, my name is Noah Taft. This has been my review of Fastlane 2019. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.